Hi guys, it's Kim and I'm here with my amazing husband George. For those of you that don't know him, we're going to be doing a question and answer so you guys will get to know us better. And I did a poll on Instagram so you guys can ask us any questions, anything you wanted to know about us, and we're going to answer those today.
Get started.
Okay, so let's see. The first question, and like the one that I got the most, is how did you guys meet? So do you want to start?
What? You can start.
Okay. So George and I met because through my cousin. She wanted us to get together for a while. She worked with him, and then she kept telling me, you know, I work with this guy, you have to meet him, I think you guys are perfect for each other, and she was telling the same thing to you. And then, but it never happened. We planned like dinner dates, it just never ever happened until one day you planned a birthday party.
A surprise birthday party for
her.
Which she's technically they're my best friend.
Yeah, they're best friends. So George planned a surprise birthday party for her. He texted me and he was like, hey, I'm doing a surprise birthday for your cousin. Do you want to come? And I was like, sure, of course I'm gonna go. And then I went with my brother to the party, to his, it was like your house. And then
my parents' house, yeah.
Parents' house. And then well, this was, we met in, this was 2008.
December 2008.
December 2008, so a long time ago. And then
we had the surprise party, and then your Kathy, which is
we still weren't like talking.
Her
we were like
cousin's
not into each other.
Boyfriend at the time,
right,
was the one that started talking, having us kind of mingle and talk.
I had a sidekick. It was
and there was a game on a sidekick.
And our joke, we're like, oh, the sidekick. So.
And that's kind of how they started, like with the game, and then we started playing the game together, and that's kind of how I started talking.
I was 17 basically, and you were.
I was 18 at the time.
So and from that night on, we were texting.
Right.
The whole time for like 2 weeks, right?
About 2 or 3 weeks, yeah. Give it
2 or 3 weeks, and then we started talking more, and then it came like it was closer to Christmas time.
Yes, around, and then on Christmas I asked her to be my girlfriend. It's like, and then
official. Of
course she couldn't say no.
Oh my God. You're so no.
And then she was actually leaving on a trip, so then obviously I didn't see her for about a week or so after.
Right.
And then
we kept texting and
we started talking, and it was basically it's been history ever since.
And it's history. And now we're here with married 2 kids later. So from like literally like we weren't even interested in each other at all. Like the thought of meeting each other, and then when we met each other, it was an instant connection. You were obsessed with me.
It's my personality. Yeah. These looks.
Oh my God. Okay. What do you do for a living? What do we do for a living? So I'm a legal assistant.
And I'm a supervisor for an insurance company.
Yes. And then what is your favorite thing to do together? For me, it would be going out to dinner and just like watching a good movie. But I think it would be dinner. That's like our thing.
Going to dinner.
We love to go out to eat. And
dinner and a movie. We love seeing a beach show.
Eat dinner, movie, and just enjoy each other's company. That's like our favorite thing to do together besides travel. Because that's our other thing we like to do. And then somebody asked, how does George enjoy being a girl dad?
I love it. I've always wanted a girl. I always knew I wanted a girl. So I was always hoping to at least have one girl. So when I first found out that our first daughter was going to be born, I was super excited because as I always wanted to be a girl dad. I had a lot of friends that had kids before I did, and I always saw the bond that they had between one another, and I always wanted that. So I'm blessed and happy to have 2 girls, and technically 3. So
he's outnumbered.
I'm outnumbered in this house, definitely outnumbered. I have pink hair, bows everywhere, so I'm getting used to it.
He knows how to blow dry hair. He knows how to do a ponytail.
As much as I get a ponytail.
That's pretty much it. But it's fun.
My older asks for Elsa braids. That doesn't happen.
Yes. I think George is a great girl dad. He's literally perfect for that. If somebody wants to know how we proposed.
So proposal, obviously I was the one that did it. So it was around, I actually bought the ring back in, I think it was like September, October time. And I waited 2 or 3 months to give it to her because I wanted to give it to her for Christmas, since that's
which is our anniversary.
Since we started being boyfriend and girlfriend. And I gave it to her on Christmas night. Yes, Christmas night. Yes, we had. And then we had obviously a regular Christmas morning, usual opening of gifts with the family, had breakfast, had went to our both families' houses, and then we had dinner plans, and then I had rented a nice hotel, and I had like my Kim's cousin. Yeah, it was like a suite, like it was a whole bedroom with a living room and bathroom and stuff. So Kim obviously didn't know, but I thought I had something planned out, so I left for a little bit, and I had to put like petals all over the room, and like
I'm gonna make a note that I'm the easiest person to surprise. Like you could throw plan a full surprise, and I wouldn't even.
She had no idea it was coming. So I had my mom actually help me, and Kim's cousin Kathy helped me to set up everything in the room while I was gone. And when we went to dinner, we actually had planned dinner to do somewhere, but since it was Christmas, I didn't realize that one of the restaurants was closed. So we compromised at that moment, and then we went to. I surprised her going to the hotel. When she got to the hotel, I had blindfolded her, and I made her walk into the room blindfolded, and we basically, I obviously got on one knee and proposed. And
but you had like candles everywhere, like super nice, like rose petals,
candles,
like, pictures, super cute. And I was super nervous. We were dating for 3 years at this point when you proposed.
Yeah, but
it was our 3-year anniversary. So yeah. And what is your favorite thing about each other?
You start.
Okay. My favorite thing about George is that he's super giving and super helpful and is always willing to go the extra mile for everybody. You agree with it? He's super helpful and he doesn't even like hesitate. He's always willing to help anybody with anything and is always there, number one. And I think that's so thoughtful, and I love that about him, because it's just, you don't find people that are willing to just go the extra mile for anybody, and you always do, and I love it. I appreciate it. I think it really says a lot about him, and that's what I really love about you.
I think, man, I really like two things from Kim. I mean, there's a lot of things, but I would say to point out is I guess she's very caring. She always puts herself last sometimes. I always tell her to always put yourself first, and she needs to give herself time, but that's something that she doesn't do, especially with the girls. But that's something that I really like about her, though. She always tries to help everybody else, always trying to help me and do things, help me think, basically make my life easier a lot for things at the house or work, sometimes here in school. So I definitely have to say that she's very caring and puts herself last sometimes, even though I tell her not to.
Very shy, and I still am. I'm very like, what's that word? Introvert.
Yes.
And you're an extrovert.
I'm more of an extrovert.
For sure. How many years have you been together? So dating, we've been together
since 2008.
Since 2008.
But it's more or less 13 years.
13
about to be
years.
13 years in December.
In December to be 13 years dating. And then married, we've been married for
8.
You know what?
8.
We've been together for a long time.
We got married until May 2013.
Yes.
So yeah, so 8 years. 2 more years and we'll do our 10-year anniversary. And
oh my god, that's crazy.
That'd be a big trip.
That's so crazy, 10 years. Okay. What has been your favorite gift you received from him or from her?
Honestly, there's a lot of gifts that we've gotten each other, especially it's been 13 years together, so we've given each other a lot of gifts.
I feel like we're more about
birthdays, but I'm not.
We're more like a memories people. Like we like to like do like a lot of things, like experiences. But I guess if you have to pick something, I would pick. I guess my David Earring bracelets, just because of the meaning behind them. One of them was a push present actually when I had Adriana, so that means a lot to me. And then my other one was just because, and I've always wanted one, and then just mean a lot to me. I feel like they're special memories in the sense of special moments.
Gotta be her sugar daddy.
My sugar daddy.
I always ask for shoes because I'm a sneakerhead. I love shoes. That's something that I always like.
Please, something else besides shoes.
So
what else would you like?
My list always gonna contain Nikes and shoes. So to me, again, it doesn't come to the gifts, but really but I want to say I love shoes and I get excited about them every single time. Like,
who's a strict parent? George. It's funny because a lot of people, like, before we had kids with our personalities and stuff, people always thought that I was going to be the strict parent. But no, I'm a sucker. I'm such a softie. And I don't know, I'm a baby.
Yeah, she's definitely the softie. I'm the one that's definitely more strict.
Yeah, I mean, I could be strict, of course. Like, I have my moments, but I'm more of the lenient parent. I'm more of the, Mommy, can I have more chocolate? And I'm like,
Alessandra gets away with more with her than with me, for sure.
Yes, and Adriana is my little baby.
But yes, Alessandra definitely.
Yeah. George is a softie too, don't get it.
I have my moments, of course. I give in. So again, they're kids. I have to give in a little bit, but I'm more strict.
How old are you guys? I am 29.
I'm 31.
He's a 24, yeah.
Or 22 years.
Okay.
You hit 30 in a few months.
Okay, stop. Recommend for couples going through a rough patch.
I mean, we obviously have not a perfect relationship. We've always had, we have our hard times and our good times. And we obviously communication. We always, sometimes when we're going through a lot, we communicate a lot of date nights, believe it or not. Kim and I try to really we try to at least do one night date night out, obviously in the city.
Yeah, sometimes even at home we just plan we're like, okay, let's go ahead and order a cheese box. We love to do that, like a charcuterie board, and we get some wine or just whatever, and then put a movie on.
The first course.
Yes, our friend has a business, so we always order a charcuterie board. It's our thing that we like to do, and just eat, like I said, even at home now with obviously 2 kids, it's hard to always get a babysitter, so it's always easy to just have a date night, make sure you're communicating and staying on the same page. George and I are always talking. We're literally friends first. That's our relationship, and then everything else comes. So sometimes we have to stop and say, okay, we haven't had a date night in a while. We need to sit down and really have that intentional time with each other. So if you're going through a rough patch, that's number 1. Try to build that connection, in my opinion, of communicating and being on the same page when it comes to your goals and your whatever you want to achieve in life. I feel like being on the same page in those important aspects of life, when it's with your kids, when any goals you have, whatever, to be on the same page. That's number 1.
Yeah, life is always gonna get away, especially when you have kids. It gets honestly, it does get harder. I feel like Kim and I have had more, I guess, fights or arguments.
Sorry.
Her sneezes.
It's hard to balance.
Parenting also is rough in the sense that sometimes she thinks that something is right and I may think something is wrong. So again, it gets a little interesting, but you just have to obviously communicate, talk to each other. We never disrespect each other. I would never call her by any other name besides Babe or Kimberly. Sometimes when I'm upset, I'll call her Kim or Kimberly. But again, it's just a lot of respect, a lot of communication.
Yeah, if you're going through a rough patch, like we said, just with any challenge and season of life, you have to kind of always go back to why you guys fell in love and think about those moments, because sometimes you get so caught up in life that you tend to forget, wait, we're a team, let's work together, because people tend to forget. So they work together and you're like, I'm doing my things, he's doing his things, he's not doing this, she's not doing this. It's no, you both bring 2 different things to the table, and working together and communicating will make those things more clear, make your vision clear, make everything flow better, especially when but if you think about it, when do you actually sit down and talk to your couples? When we have dinner, whether it's us 2 or with the girls, we always say to put our phones away.
No iPads, no phones, no TV. We try to avoid TV as well.
We try to sit there and just talk as a family and go through everything, and I feel like that really does help us avoid going through rough patches, or if we are going through a rough patch, just talk it out. Okay, what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Leo, fire sign. I'm a Capricorn. George doesn't really care for zodiac signs, but I do.
I don't really believe in it.
I don't know everything about it, but I like to know people's zodiac signs. So I'm Earth sign. Alessandra, just so you guys know, Alessandra is a Cancer, and Adrienne is an Aries. So that's what we have going on in our household. And then who's the funny one? Me. No, I don't know. Yeah, you are. I guess you're funnier than me.
I mean, we have our moments, but.
What is your favorite food and restaurant? So my favorite food, I love all food, but my favorite food, I guess, both of our favorite food is Italian. We love Italian food.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I also love, oh my god, it's so hard. Italian, and I would have to say sushi.
I would say Italian. But I'm very picky with food. But yes, I would say Italian because I love pizza, I love pasta, I love bread. To me, that's
that's his diet.
My diet.
All the carbs, deliciousness.
I mean, all the carbs.
And what's your favorite restaurant? Let's do a favorite chain restaurant, and let's do a local restaurant.
So chain restaurant, if you know me, Outback is gonna be my top pick. I love Outback. It's just something I could go there all the time. It was
our first date was Outback.
Chef Adrian's and
the vineyard. Chef Adrian's the vineyard.
Yes, and Fratelli Milano, which is in downtown Miami.
God, it's our favorite Italian.
Best Italian restaurant.
I guess my favorite chain restaurant would have to be. I don't even know. Favorite chain restaurant is. Outback, obviously.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh my god, Chick-fil-A.
That's fast food though.
We love food. So yeah, I guess Outback. I mean, let's start with okay. Oh my god. Who's your celebrity crush?
You start.
My celebrity crush. You don't even know who we're gonna say. Who we're gonna say?
Chris Evans.
Yes, Captain America.
Or Ryan Gosling.
Or Ryan Gosling because of Notebook. Okay, Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans are my celebrity crush. Go.
I have a few, but I will stick with.
Oh my god, a few. You're so dumb.
Scarlett Johansson and
she's pretty.
Jennifer Lopez.
What's your favorite music to listen to?
So I really like pretty much like everything besides heavy metal or rock. Like rock, I'm not a big fan of rock or heavy metal. But I really do like do reggaeton. I'll do R&B, hip hop, country too.
I pretty much listen to everything besides like heavy metal, but I pretty much listen to everything. I go from, well, my favorite artists are Ariana Grande.
Nice.
I love Ariana. Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber, super basic. Okay, what's your favorite vacation that we've taken?
Going to New York, New York City. Honestly,
a
besides
trip.
Miami, obviously
so
that's my hometown. But
my favorite trip would have to be our honeymoon because for our honeymoon we went to Jamaica. So it was like my first time going to like an all-inclusive resort. So it was so much fun. It was so relaxing, and it was like our first. I love it because it was like our first like grown-up trip, like us two alone. We had just gotten married. So
first trip out of the country.
Right, alone out of the country. So, you know, I felt like, oh my god, we're gonna go alone, or we're gonna be okay. Like, I remember it was so fun, and like the people were so nice there, and the food was delicious. I just have so many good memories there, and it was like so relaxing because it was just adults. Pretty much it, I guess. There's no other questions nobody asked, so
that's pretty much it. Then we gotta.
Yeah, you guys will get to know us better. If you want us to do another one of these and you want to ask more questions, leave comments below, or I'll post something else on Instagram so you guys can ask us more questions. So if you aren't subscribed to my channel already, I recommend you subscribe so you can get notified whenever I make new videos. And I'm gonna go ahead and post this, and I'm sure we'll do a little bit of more family vlogs whenever we do a trip or something like that. So stay tuned for that. And thank you, babe, for joining me on this video today. And like this and comment below. Bye.
Subscribe.